For the past 2 days, we have shared our exclusive WCCO Education Minnesota survey, which shows that most of the state's teachers are spending hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars out of pocket just to do their job.
They're buying everything from basic school supplies to hats and even food. As Christiane Cordero explains, most teachers don't ask for help, even when they need it.
-2 + 4 would be a positive. House on your lunch or everything's an alpha.
Ask any teacher in any district about what they do. There's a good chance most will say these days it's much more than just teaching.
You're a counselor, you're a mentor, you're an advisor. I mean, there's a lot going on. And then on top, you will be a fundraiser too, I guess.
Dennis John from Apple Valley High is among the 77% of teachers who said in our WCCO Education Minnesota survey that he does not fundraise for his classroom despite the hundreds of dollars he spends out of his own pocket. Education Minnesota sent the survey to its members, and more than 1,000 of them responded from all over the state, representing all grade levels and subjects.
We also have a backpack program.
Mary Jo Wareham teaches 3rd grade in Oakdale. She's been in education for more than 30 years.
It just, everything changes, but we haven't kept up with that. We're so behind compared to most professional fields in being able to have the resources that you need to do your job.
One of the most popular resources, Donors Choose. Think of it as a GoFundMe for educators. One search of the DonorsChoose.org website and you'll see a Perham teacher needing an easel and a Ham Lake teacher in search of new math books. Sarah Woolsey told us she used the site to fund a classroom iPad. Melissa Campaña bought books in Spanish. For big-ticket items like software, districts will sometimes ask parents to chip in.
You'll get it from maybe 50–60% of them.
Teachers can request a grant through the district to pay for the rest.
But that takes a long time and a lot of thought, and I have done some, but a lot of the times it's easier to just put $40 or $50 to cover the 5 that couldn't pay for it.
Almost 75% of the educators say they do not get reimbursed for the supplies they buy and don't raise money to offset costs, leaving most to rely on their pocketbooks or the generosity of their community.
Whenever I see people post things on Facebook like, I have this for free, or I have all this clothing, what should I do with it? Check with your local schools, because that's one thing that you don't think about that a school might need.
So 2 things every classroom needs, according to our survey, are Kleenex and disinfectant wipes. If you'd rather recycle than shop, there's a good chance your local district will make use of those extra hats, coats, or even gloves in your closet, Frank.
Well, let's hope it's an eye-opener, Christiane, so let's hope some people respond.
Yeah. Hopefully. It's a conversation that's maybe long overdue from some of the feedback that we've been getting. This has been happening for a really long time.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there's more as well. Today's story was the 3rd in a WCCO special series, and you can watch all 3 of Christiane's reports on WCCO.com. Just search teacher spending.
And if you have questions, join us for a special Facebook Q&A tomorrow at 9 a.m.